Alrighty, as usual, we do not have a introductory song yet, but we are live. I think we're live. I hope we're live. I'm gonna double check because I don't want to leave the Rumble people hanging today. I'm extremely grateful to anybody who tunes in on any platform, and so I must make sure that I'm actually live on Rumble because I am not streaming today. Unless I am live on oh, wait, no, I'm not live on Rumble. We're gonna fix that right now. Right, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Hopefully, we'll be live on Rumble in about 10 seconds because, it is the right thing to do. Seriously, though, I hope I'm live on Rumble. I'm not trying to mess around here. I mean, I'm messing around now, but I'm not trying to mess around with my Rumble subscribership. I would like to make sure we deliver quality content to all who tune in on all three platforms. And we are supposed to be live on Twitter X, YouTube, Twitter X, and the Green Machine, as some call it. But apparently I'm not because Rumble makes it a little bit like annoying to set that up, you know? Like you got to go into the thing and you got to be like adding the stream key, and it's all like, oh yeah, the stream key don't exist, buddy. So we're gonna try that again. Let's see what happens. That says offline. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna find a way to make this work. Ooh, my lighting is low. There we go. Had to turn on my other light. I was wondering why I looked a little bit unlit, you know? Right. Are we live on the other platform? It says no. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work, and then I will check the YouTube chat afterwards. It says sending data. Are they sending Lieutenant Commander data from Star Trek? No, but joke's aside, let me check the YouTube chat. Because the majority of my viewership lives on YouTube. I'm seeing you guys right now. I see David Glenn. I see James, Tiberius, Kirk. James, Tiberius, Kirk. Pop Culture Mechanic. And remember, moderators, we have a limited assortment of those little commands you can type in with an exclamation point in order to automate the link posting. But I'm not proceeding unless I am live on Rumble. I am not doing this unless we are live on Rumble. I must give the people what they want. Okay, that's not it. Okay, we're gonna just, you know what? Okay, gonna be add this. I'm gonna say, can I do this now? Is it too late? Add channel. Then I'm gonna copy the Rumble thingamajig. Right, we're gonna go copy paste. I think there's a better way to do this. I hear there's a Rumble Studio that makes this process easier, but it's like I don't want to add more hops to the process. Okay, I just added Rumble again. And I think it's doing stuff. Let's hit the save button, see what happens. How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, what's up, Curtis? YZ? Oh, that reminds me. So I don't know why I see Curtis's name and I realize I got to click on a button here. I got to click on this button. I got to click on live chat because if I don't, there's a distinct possibility that I will not be aware if somebody like Tits and Ray Guns tunes in because yeah, like apparently multiple times I've totally ignored. I didn't ignore, but missed his messages. Like the computer says I am streaming to all three platforms now. I apologize for putzing around with that, guys. Let's verify that's the case. Oh yeah, we're live on Bumble. Okay, good. So we're gonna open up the Rumble chat in another window because I want to be aware. When I get a message on Rumble, I'm gonna acknowledge it today because I feel so bad. Like I get one message, two messages on Rumble, and I fail to acknowledge it. So tonight is the night where we are gonna acknowledge our entire viewership, and now we are live, so we can proceeding with the stream. Let's get the chat open, and like I said, we got our boy Curtis here. We got the David Glenn, who is interested in obtaining some cake. Not sure if he means cake or cake, but I'm sure he'd be happy with either form of cake. Unless it's like, when you get that type of cake that's, all not cake, like the butt implants. Anyway, my phone didn't work for more than half the day, and my keys are missing in action. Not a happy day. You know what is a happy time? The early phase of World War II, when the German U-boats were able to act with impunity. That's why if you play the video game Silent Hunter, you read the story and they're like, oh yeah, it was the happy time, in the German accent. And then, of course, the Allies started sending more material to the British, and the Germans were like, it is not the happy time anymore, yeah? Okay, that's terrible. It's okay to be racist against the Germans, right? Because, I'm not racist. I'm kidding. I love Germany. I respect Germany greatly because they're good engineers, and I know it's a stereotype, but it is a positive stereotype. They do have their issues, however, but I can empathize with the whole, being guilty for the Holocaust thing. I get it, they should feel guilty, I guess, but it is interesting how they have a reduced level of free speech. And this is not the topic. The topic is space, the final frontier. Interested in obtaining some cake. I said that. But yeah, let's get this going here. So really, we're not going to fixate too much on the Astro-Imaging, but this has been driving me not nuts, just a little nuts. I guess it's been driving me nuts. So let me just get my remote desktop open. Let's connect to the backyard PC. It was the long-range bombers that helped to fight back the Untersee boats further away from the coast. Oh yeah, that's true. Not just the long-range bombers. You had the PBYs. I think they're called. They're like flying boats, and they were instrumental in the whole, U-boat hunting activity. And so they would they would spot evidence of a snorkel during the late phase of the war. U-boats would have a snorkel. A snorkel is like, a snorkel. And that's because the diesel engine needs to have an air supply as well as the crew needs to have an air supply, right? So generally U-boats and submarines of that era were 90% surface ships and like 10% submarine. And so they'd have to kind of, figure out okay, you generally for example, the Americans, we would run our ships on the surface of the Pacific during the nighttime, and then we'd run under. They would cloak. They would go underneath. They would submerge by day in order to avoid Japanese patrols, or so that they could sneak up on Japanese shipping. But the snorkel was kind of like a necessary upgrade because the Germans, were in a bad way in the late phase of the war, but it was too little, too late. The point is, the snorkel, the problem, what was the issue with the snorkel? So this mast, the part sticking up, is a lot like a periscope. So whether you're looking for the periscope or the snorkel, it would leave a wake on the surface of the ocean. So that's what the PBYs or the flying boats would look for. And then they could drop flares over the position so that if there were any ships in the area, they could attack it, or if they could use their own flares as like a point of reference so that they know what to target or where to drop aerial, they could drop depth charges from the air, and that's, just like dropping bombs, but these go under water and they can, prescribe when they explode, typically, an X amount of feet underneath the water, perhaps. Well, let's see here. Not sure about that. Most everyone involved is dead from old age. Yeah. I love Jews. I'm just saying. I got the hots for Jewish girls and curly hair and redheads and thick chicks that stay fit. I'm interested in obtaining one, to put it bluntly. Well, Canada, it was the long-range bombers and the corvettes that went after them. Oh, wow. They actually had cars. They had the Corvette, like the Stingray. I don't know how you go after a submarine with a Corvette. No, I'm joking. I know what you mean by Corvette. That's actually really cool. I love when they use Corvettes in sci-fi. Is my shirt inside out? Okay, no, it's not. It sucks. Germans have that rep, and that's why they are so heavily censored. But thankfully, I'm an American German. Why should current generations feel anything about it? Yeah, in fairness, yeah. I mean, like, look, it's okay to remember. I mean, it's helpful to remember, right? But yeah, guilting. I mean, in a way, that's probably why they have so many like weird laws. It's like the guilty conscience of them and their lawmakers, the populace and their lawmakers, leads to certain laws being done, and this might be why they have certain challenges. You know, with the when they were letting in a lot of new when they were inviting a lot of new citizens, residents into their countries a few years back. Hey, what up, Slim? Good to see you, bud. Ronnie is just gonna do the whole list. Yeah. Oh yeah. I better let's move on from the chat right after we say hi to the Pata Wannabe. Good to see you, bud. But yes, history is important. It repeats. It rhymes. Wait, history repeats and rhymes. I forget the term. It's that term people go, oh yeah, history rhymes. I forget. I forget how it goes. Hello there, fellow humans. I sometimes do that as a joke when I'm pretending not to be human. I'll be like, hello there, fellow humans. How's my audio, guys? Is it too loud, too low? You want it louder? You want it lower? Let me know. In the meantime, we're going to get into space. I have less than 10 races left to finish the... Oh, cool. Dude, I remember there was that last race in the pod racing game that was super hard because, like, if you fell off there's like a double-decker roadway. If you fell off of the overpass, it would let you, ride on the lower section, but you would automatically go to like 7th place because essentially if you're on the upper level, you'd get the fast route through the track. And if you went to the lower level, you'd have to go through like some meandering turn before you get back on track. So it was like an automatic loss. But the beauty of that was that it really helps with your driving skill because then you learn different techniques. So for me, it was pumping the brakes on my pod races, just like going tap, 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 tap on the brakes. And that seemed to like give me like the ability to retain my velocity while also, maintaining that stability, in order to like, not fall or crash. History remind itself of itself. It's all just a little bit of history repeating. It sounds familiar. History is doomed to repeat if it isn't taken into consideration and remembered / learned from. I don't know the saying, but it's true. Yep. So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing up here on my upper monitor here. This is an application I use called Pix Insight, and by use I mean I usually get confused and then I give up. But jokes aside, I got lost here. So what I usually would do, this is why we're not going to do too much astro processing. It's because like you can see like I took my black and white pictures and I convert them to color, but it's like that's not color, that's purple. Okay, so that might be like what, a mix of red and blue perhaps. We didn't integrate this image, that's hydrogen alpha. But what you might do is when you're doing your image processing workflow, you could do this in this application or another application. So you might go into like the processing, image intensity transformations, and histogram transformation. And I moved this window to my bottom monitor. Oh, that's weird. The computer won't let me move it. The computer. Oh, there we go. Oh, whoa. The computer does not want me moving that window to my upper monitor. Let me try shrinking it. Wow, that's weird. Okay, so I actually had this window on my bottom monitor because it's kind of nice to be able to like, have these tools on separate screens so you can really resize it and get more granular control. And so essentially you tell it like, give me a real-time preview here. And then anytime you make an adjustment, it should, yep, see that? So it makes it brighter and you can see like hints of the nebula. Now, although you can see the nebula, this is, this is actually hydrogen. So we should be able to see the nebula. And so this image you're seeing is actually the result of me stacking multiple images using an app called Deep Sky Stacker. And interestingly, you can do everything, from what I understand, everything inside of this application. But in the past, I had a lot of trouble with compatibility of different formats. And so what I used to do was I'd do my red, green, and blue images in a different app, and then I would bring them into this application. But at this point, my best bet, if I want to make a color composite, would be to just do it in Photoshop and then sort things out later. So if I want to do it in Photoshop, we can... Uh-oh. Where's the window? Okay, so my hourglass is spinning. Okay, I think I just crashed Photoshop. I did crash Photoshop. So Photoshop did not appreciate being dragged to my upper monitor like that. So we're going to reopen that. The fourth turning guy off his eye. Missed it. Let's try that one more. Oh, goodness gracious. It's going to crash again. Okay, so apparently that application does not like when I do that. Let's open up all my monitors so you guys can see what's going on here because it gets weird. Oh, my fighter pilot's still on the screen. I got to get rid of him. Whatever, we're going to leave the fighter pilot. Okay, so I take this window, right? And the minute I drag it, it spans multiple monitors. Like right here, look. It didn't crash. It didn't crash. It didn't. Motherfucker. Pardon my language. Let's try that one more time. So that's an interesting bug. I don't know if this is like the type of bug that like goes away when you reboot the computer or what, but that is superbly annoying. So we're going to only try this one last time, but after that, oh, come on. We're dead. Motherfucker. Yeah, it's not happening, guys. Sorry. I don't know why that's weird. Like, why is that? Like, why does that happen? Like, and I need this version of Photoshop. I'm not trying to open up the other version of Photoshop. I'm really not trying to open up Photoshop 7 because this is the one that has the features I need. So we're going to try something different. Maybe I can like trick Windows into like, I don't know, doing something useful. I doubt it. I think we're just asked out here. Like, I guess I can just show it to you on my main monitor, but it's like, that's kind of defeating the purpose here. Like, I wanted to show you guys, you know, what's good the way that it would look on the other monitor. But anyway, so these three images here, we're going to drag and drop them into Photoshop right here. And you know, I did crop the screen, so you're probably not seeing the whole entire image. You're not going to see the tools or the zoom, but that's hydrogen alpha. This is green, and this is blue. So what are we going to do? Well, a couple ways to skin a cat on this one, but we're going to try this. We're going to do test composite, and we're going to paste one of the images in there. So I wish I knew where that came from. That came from the blue. So we're going to paste it in there. And I better zoom out so you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope you guys can see it. We're going to call this one blue. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to paste it in. We're going to call this hydrogen alpha, which is really just another form of red. And then we're going to do green. Oops. Green. We're going to call that green, which stands for green. We're going to call that letter G for G unit. Now, this is where things get weird. We're going to zoom in. Hopefully, you guys can see the right side of my stuff here. So in Photoshop, you got layers, and you can, like, you know, take a picture of me, cut my head off the picture, move it around like, you know, as an independent image element, and it would have a transparent background. This is how you can, like, put text on top of a picture, and then you can move the text around. Like, that's all done in layers. And so whereas in MS Paint, once you edit something in MS Paint, it's like there's no layers. I mean, the new version of MS Paint on Windows 11 actually does have layers, but it didn't always have that. I mean, it never had that. So let's start with mapping green, because I think green is a simple color to work with. So we highlight the layer we care about, right? And we go to the channels, and okay, this is one of the stumbling blocks I've run into in the past. So it's grayscale, because it is a grayscale image. So I have to convert it into color. We're not going to do that right now, but you can see that's one of the first challenges that you encounter. So one of the ways you might do that is, let's see here, RGB, let's see, test comp RG. So what happened was when I created the image, I didn't do RGB color. Now we can do RGB color. So let's do that again. We're going to do red. And we're going to convert that into, there we go. So you can see here, we got channels. I can't see the window. Let me get my OBS up so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, good. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm blocking the view. I apologize, guys. So anyway, every image is made up of these three colors. So in this case, the green layer. So what I would do is I would disable everything but green. Then I would go back and I would, you know, say, okay, let's get us our, wait, was that green or red? That was red. Oops. I hope that's red. I think that's red. Uh-oh. Something froze. Oh, I see why. So I'm going to turn off everything but red. I'm 80% sure this is red. Hopefully it is. Otherwise, we're going to get bad raw data. This one's going to be green. So we're going to literally just deselect everything but green. And then we're going to get our blue. And we're going to, once again, blue. And then we're going to deselect everything but that. So now we got red, green, blue, right? So, where does that put us? Uh-oh, that's confusing, isn't it? Let's try that again. Okay, that you can start seeing colors mixing together, right, guys? So I may be doing this wrong. I'm probably doing this wrong. So this is pure red. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong, guys. How do I do this? Maybe I have to do these in separate files. So let's try a different trick. We're going to do a little experiment here. So we're going to start with the red layer. And we're going to disable everything but red. Okay. RGB test. We're just going to call it RGB test. So there's our red. Then we're going to go back to the previous image. We're going to say, switch me over to the green layer. I'm going to say, make that green only. Paste it in there. Wait. I think I did that correctly. And then finally, we're going to toggle this off, go over to the blue. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to turn off everything but blue. Copy, paste. So in theory, wait. Oh, God darn it. No, it's got colors in there. So this is a great example of where trial and error is necessary. So we don't have colors here. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but one of these days, like after this stream, or maybe tomorrow, or another day of the week, I'm going to figure out the answer to that and do it correctly. So let's move over to something that I am actually familiar with doing. And that's going to be space combat. We're going to exit sharp cap on my upper monitors so that we don't have any trouble there. And we're going to open up the game. The name of the game is Between the Stars. Wait, that's not it. And while that's loading up, we're going to review the chat. Hey, what's up, Moira Kitty? Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Love the cat. Meow. Hey, what's up, Raquel? Good to see you. We got a kitty raid. Yeah, you guys should check out Moira Kitty's channel and Raquel SSG 2211. That's me pacing my voice like William Shatner. But jokes aside, we're going to drop some linkages here. We're going to drop a Moira Kitty, who is also the name of the Leviathan from Farscape. And if Raquel SSG 2211, I don't know if you're promoting your gaming channel more lately, let me know. But drop your regular channel in, because I suspect that, you know, has a link to your gaming channel somewhere. I thank you. I appreciate the kitty raid. I've eaten at those restaurants, and I have served and cooked at those restaurants. It's so awful. What are we talking about? Ah. Okay, I might be a little challenged on clicking the chat at this point forward. So first of all, where's my audio? Let's get the audio working, because oh, I can hear noise. I could hear spaceship noises in my head. Yeah, that's right. I'm hearing noises in my head. I said it. Okay, good. The game audio isn't loud. My PlayStation controller is vibrating to the tune of music, so I'm going to unvibrate it. Yeah, so I discovered something. One of these days, we're going to do something fun. We're going to take the PlayStation 5 controller. We're going to put it on a piece of metal or aluminum foil, and we're going to turn it into a speaker, because apparently the haptics in here can take the sound from the PC. In fact, I don't know how to disable it aside from hitting mute. And I'm a little disappointed because it means that the dual shock is a function of sound, which seems like a bit of a lie. What's up, Ancient One? Thanks for dropping by. Hope you're doing all right tonight. So let's get our ship here. Okay, so we're gonna go continue. To be continued. Now I am blocking the camera, so I'm gonna move myself over. Not camera. I'm blocking a critical display element. All right, it's loading. Hey, what up, Bone? Good to see you, bud. Elbow cough. Elbow cough. Moira Kitty birthday raid. Whose birthday? Is it Moira Kitty's birthday, or is it anyone else's birthday today? I believe the Vankman fan site has a birthday coming up next week. But in any case, I'm assuming it's Moira Kitty's birthday, and so I most certainly do wish you a very happy birthday. And hopefully it's tomorrow so that you could, continue to celebrate festivities. What's cool is like if you have a birthday tomorrow, you start on midnight, you continue it tomorrow. Then again, you probably started celebrating your birthday last night. Right, there's my ship. I'm going to rely on you guys to notify me if the sound is like disproportionate. All right. So real quick, what am I blocking over here? Here, this. Yeah, what am I blocking? Oh yeah, you can see it. So that says letter I. I brings up my inventory menu. Letter M brings up a map. Letter U brings up like this. So there are times where I have to kind of interact with the crew of my ship, and this is where I do it. And that's it. There's like a bug report button. There's some stuff. Really, the stuff that matters is on the left side of your screen. You're going to see there's like a number 1 and a number 2. And so real quick, we're going to do a quick weapons test. So basically what we do is, it's just like Star Trek. I'm going to move this microphone. I'm looking at my upper monitor, by the way, guys. That's why I'm like looking over here. And, basically, like, you can see on the bottom right, there's those green dots. So it's just like Star Trek, right? 1/4 impulse, half impulse, 3/4, 4/4. And then while you're flying around, you'll see that I can also use my arrow keys, or I can use the buttons on my gamepad to divert power to my shields, my weapons, or my engines. When you divert power to your engines, your ship will go, it'll fly a little bit quicker. And if I take away energy from my engines, it goes slower. Now, diverting power to the shields basically allows them to recharge. As you can see, my shields are already at 100%. So I don't really need to do anything with them right now. But when you're in combat, what you might do is divert your power to your shields, to your engines or your weapons. And then when your shields get damaged, you would then divert power back to them. Now, as for weapons, we have a lot of options here. We're going to just fire off. So what are we looking at? Well, that's where we get to the inventory. Hey, what's up, Lady Mist? Hope you're having a wonderful evening tonight. So basically, this is my primary ship. And you're going to see that on the 4 red points, these are the weapons I can control. So I have a organic laser. I guess it uses argon. And everything that you see on the top is also replicated on the bottom. So we have a second laser on the bottom in addition to the one on the top. Beyond the laser, now you can put lasers on all of the red points, and I've done that, but I find the laser does, like you can see here, it says 17 damage a second for the hull and 8 damage per second for the shields with an accuracy of 49, which is pretty good. Conversely, the artillery cannon, which is conventional artillery, it has slightly more range. It has a range of 1600 instead of 1100. But the hull damage is 55 per second instead of 17. So bottom line is the artillery can deal a lot more damage. The downside is its accuracy is crap. Like you see, it says it's got more range, but the accuracy is only 12.6. And it also doesn't do a lot of shield damage. So what I do is you can mix and match any which way. We're going to do something a little bit more... So we got hull damage, 55. We got shield damage, 84 per second. So the plasma artillery cannon is a lot like the artillery, except it's a plasma artillery. And down here, we got shield damage at 100 per second. So we got a plasma and a plasma artillery cannon. These two can do a lot of damage to the shields. So you would use these to bring down a shield, and then you would use artillery weaponry, in this case conventional weaponry, to deal damage to the hull of the ship. Now, where I'm running into an issue is apparently I have like one too many plasma cannons. And also the artillery, anything with the word artillery tends to have a slower rate of fire. So let's see, hull damage, shield damage. And we need one more weapon that can deal hull damage. So I got a shotgun. Here we are, shotgun Mark III. I'm not going to lie, that plasma artillery cannon can do a lot of shield damage. All right, so we're going to do this one for now. And also, we do have missile launchers, but now you do run into an issue where your weapons can overheat. And so this is where you're sort of trying to here we are, light cannon of the Republic. That's going to be ideal. So 42 per second, or I could do 56 per second. So anyway, let's take a look at what these do. So you can see the plasma cannon is kind of shooting rapid little blue dots. You can also see that if I get my trajectory right, I can employ both my upper and bottom laser mount, but typically you'll only get to use the upper or bottom. Now, when I fire, you're going to see the little pew pew pews. Those are the energy weapons for the shield. And then that red one, there you go. That's the artillery. So you can see the artillery has a low rate of fire, but when it lands a hit, it packs the punch. Now, the other thing is, since I only loaded artillery, I only have one artillery cannon on the left side of my ship. It means that if I target something on the right side of my ship, you're going to get different weapons. So on the right side, you can see now we have the blue plasma and the red stuff. The red stuff is the light cannon of the Republic. Now, I don't know if that's like made of light or if it's just a light artillery cannon. But bottom line is that this is like a rapid fire alternative to using the artillery cannon. And you can see lastly, when I'm firing my weapons, you can see that the energy bar on the left side of the HUD rises. So that's showing that we're building up heat. So with certain weapons, you're going to find that that energy bar builds up at a faster rate. Oh, look at that. I'm too close to the thing to fire my other weapon. That's my mercenary. We're going to buy a new mercenary in like 1 minute. I'm going to purposely overheat the weapon because I want to show you one thing. Yep, I'm on Steam. So if I press number 1, I just pressed number 1. So on the bottom left corner, you can see a green icon in that row of 6 buttons, down here, right? You can see on the bottom left corner, it's that green button. That puts me in rapid fire mode. Now, this allows me to shoot my weapons rapidly without overheating, but with a caveat. So see how quickly it's firing now? You can put a real pummeling on things, but you notice that now it turned red and green. So basically, your weapon will not overheat. You won't run out of weapons energy until that happens. Then you got to let it cool down. And after the cooldown, you can't use that rapid fire feature again until that cools down too. But what you can do is you can divert energy to your weapons. Or you can take energy away from the weapons and lose your rate of fire. So now that we got that sorted out, we're going to go really quickly visit to the Allied station. Hey, what's up there, Mike Susie 4? Good to see you. Oh, wait, I'm lost. Where's the station? Here we are. Because I need to effect repairs. In fact, I don't know why my front shield generator took a hit. Was anyone paying attention? I mean, I wasn't, because apparently I lost my front shields and I don't remember it happening. Now, if I press number 2 on the keyboard, I have like this impenetrable force field that like works for like 10 seconds. So I do have something with my shields go down. I have like sort of an emergency backup shield. Also, you can take shields, you can use the shield's energy to boost your speed. But generally, it's not really good to do that during combat. You can do some precise maneuvering. I can maneuver left, up, left. So it's like just like a strip. You can see left, right, up. But it's really not necessary because once you get up to the docking port, it's going to automatically dock. Like if I landed upside down, as long as you line up in front of that green light, it's going to conduct the docking procedure automatically. So let's see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Y'all let me know. But yeah, it's wonderful to see. It's good. I'm glad you guys are dropping in tonight. So the hangar would let me switch to my other ship. My other ship is not terribly remarkable. That's why I bought this ship, because it's better. I could buy crew members. I don't really need them right now, but I do have a reserve crew, right? I can add people to my reserve crew. So if I see somebody here who I like the stats on, I can do that. Way ma. And these people are really cheap too. Like honestly, they're not that expensive, so I might buy them. But you see I got level 3, level 4, level 5. I got a lot of really good specialists here. And you'll notice that each of my crew members, I can assign talent points. So this guy here has been basically contributing to the medicine healing abilities of my crew. But I may just go ahead and, reduces the probability of wounds in combat by 12%. Next level is 13.5. So it's getting a little bit slow, but I can add that, or I could say, you know what, let's help my crew's investigating abilities. So, you know, we're going to just go for broke. Let's see if we got any other talent points we can assign here. And don't worry, we're going to get into a nice little fleet engagement in a moment. Now, at different points in the game, my decisions will make me either better in certain criteria or worse. You can see I have like a neutral attribute. I'm trigger happy. But I'm also arrogant, boastful, and I sometimes have defective ammo. Apparently, that's a personality trait. I have not played Star Citizen, but it seemed interesting when a friend told me about it. What turned me off about it was, I don't know, just like the upfront cost, buying a ship. It's like, I want to play the game, but like, I don't want to pay to win, right? But I might revisit that game at some point because there are some aspects of it that I do like a lot, and I think I would like it a lot more than Starfield. Now, you'll also see I'm going to pick up some missions or quests. I mean, you might as well pick every contract you can, you know, whatever. Because once you pick up a contract, it's not hard. Like, you just kind of like go and read the list on the top. Oh, I almost forgot something. Let's see if there's anything else. So there's nothing to buy. I can sell things. Can I sell things at this station? No, I cannot sell anything at this station, apparently. This is a crappy station. I have one passenger. I can't do anything. I saved this lady from an overdose. I'm not even kidding. I literally saved this girl from an overdose, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with her now. Like, I would add her to my crew if I could. So now we need to get, let's go and see what do we have in system. We're going to get little combat because we already repaired our ship. And then we'll decide from there. I think I need to go to another station. So I have a distress signal here and I have suspicious activity here. So we're going to go to the distress signal. Typically the distress signals involve ramming speed. That's a good one. Like in the movie Ben-Hur. Involve people saying, hey, we don't have food, we're gonna starve, and then you give them free food, and then if sometimes you lose the money, and other times they give you something in exchange for the free food. But it's sort of like, as a captain of the Republic, you got to be altruistic, right? And Curtis YZ says, oh yeah, oh yeah, and you need crew members to really get ahead, it seems. Let me know. I have it, but I haven't played it in years. It's crazy detailed, though. Okay, good to know, man. Flying is really cool in that game. All right. All right, divert energy to the weapons. So look at that. I'm already giving... So my mercenary is already... Like, this is how good... Oh, crap. We're putting the energy shield up. Good. So, normally I'd be dead, but because I upgraded my shit so well, because I upgraded my stuff so thoroughly, I'm good. I also gave a cloaking generator to my mercenary ship. Whew, I'm tearing ass here. Dude, you guys have no idea how far I've come in this game. Hey, what up, Tits and Ray Guns? I see you today. I see Tits and Ray Guns. I actually see him. So, normally I don't see Tits and Ray Guns, because apparently, YouTube chat filters tits and ray guns out unless I click on the live chat button. So for like multiple streams, I believe more than one stream, I was like getting messages and not acknowledging them. Also, sometimes you can shoot up debris and you can get more stuff out of it. Like you'll get like dilithium crystals if you shoot at debris. Wait, what was that sound? I did not like that sound. That sounded. Oh, I see. That was the guy. All right, so we're gonna activate our quantum drive again, so we can accelerate to the distress signal, so we can help some people who did not prepare. Because that's what it is, right? These people did not prepare to fly through space. Yo, have a good night, Bone. Thanks for dropping in. You detect this distress signal and you go to its rescue. When you arrive to the origin of the signal, you find a ship with its systems shut down, but in good condition. What do? Let's try to contact them. It's clearly a trap. Attack the ship. Well, I'm not a dick, so I'm not going to attack the ship. So, where's the target? Okay, we're going to go there. So, let's go full engine power. This reminds me of, I see. Yeah, Curtis says it reminds him of Battlestar Galactica, the way they warped in. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, yeah, they do these, like, weird hyperspace or warp jumps. It is a lot like BSG in that regard. Right. After nearing the ship, you send a repair team to the distressed cruiser. It appears the ship has a grave system error in its energy conduits. Luckily, we have the parts needed to repair the ship. The crew of the other ship offers to repair the damage themselves so as to not delay our mission, and the captain offers me his best crew members as a volunteer to help us on our quest. Gains 1 crew. So I just got 1 member of the reserve crew right over there. Hey, what's up, Loki? We got Stone Loki in the chat. We are playing... what is it called? Well, I know the name. It's called Between the Stars, and it is like a space combat RPG game. As you can see, I can, divert energy to my shields, weapons, or engines, or I can, distribute energy between both. And recently, I've been playing this game on and off for like a couple of years. I recently revisited the game. I am in the middle of a civil war right now. If you look at the quests at the top right corner, that's going to be the next step in my civil war. But frankly, I think Captain Bradley's kind of a dick. So instead, we're going to go and maybe do one of the bounty hunter missions. So to do that, let's take a look at the, astrogation map and plot a course. And it looks like we got opportunities in all of these systems, but in particular, we want to go to, I think I want to go to Tadeki's system. We either want to go to Tadeki's system or Kaji's system. Report to Gary Hilly at his farm in the Kaji system. Let's start with Tadeki's system. Yeah, this game's great. It runs really well on the Steam Deck as well. So, and it does, I know sometimes I play games on my Steam Deck and the save, depending on the game, like, actually, yeah, I have trouble with games that are not in my Steam library, right? Like, I've added a couple of Epic games to the, the Heroic Games launcher on the Steam Deck. And sometimes the save, positions, getting your save game is a little tricky. But this game, yeah, a very seamless experience bouncing between the Steam Deck and the PC. The only thing is that you might, want to add, add some things, to the bumpers on the back, the shortcut buttons, in particular, like the letter I, the letter U. There's just a few buttons that, I normally only access on the keyboard. And one thing I've learned recently is that a Lorne Green reference. I see that, Pop Culture Mechanic. One thing I learned is that not every Allied station has the same quests. The same, opportunities for parts, weapons, mercenaries. So one of the reasons I went to the Tadeki system is because I'd like to get myself a new mercenary ship. I lost my one of my 2 mercenaries. You can have up to 2 mercenary slots. I lost one of my mercenaries during a prior mission. Luckily, it was the weak guy. Like that ship you see flying with me is a good ship. It has a lot of weapons hard points on it. All right, so We're going to get some repairs on my ship, and we're going to get repairs on the other guy's ship. Then, as you can see up here, these purple ones are the mercenaries. So we can either go Michael Wagner or Captain Abdullah Ndombe. And let's see, Cosmo Transporter or something more maneuverable. Projectile damage -9. Shields +38. Or firing rate -25. So I don't actually know what these stats mean, but I'm going to guess that it's a tough call. I mean, I could afford to buy both of them if I really want to go for broke. And I believe the way it works is you keep the mercenaries in your pocket, and then you can use 2 at a time at any given time. So you could stock up on mercenaries, from what I understand. But yeah, Popcorn Mechanicos. Damn it, I want to see the Lawn Green reference. I love a good Lawn Green reference. That's so true, Tits. Lawn Green, best Adama. Yeah, I liked Lawn Green as I think my dad said he was on Matlock or some crap like that. I liked the OG Battlestar because of the I remember there's an episode where they're running around with Gaius Baltar, and they're like on some they're like hanging out in some Egyptian ruins, you know? And it was just kind of cool because it's like that whole thing, like even in the opening of the old Battlestar, they talk about the Toltecs, the Mayans, the Incans, and I just like that whole idea of like, you know, far, you know, it's sort of like Star Wars, right? Galaxy far, far away, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, except that this actually ties into like cultures that are relevant to us, or at least to our, you know, our past. So real quick, I forgot to mention, in addition to the red hard points, we have these blue hard points, and you can put either shield generators, which operate automatically. So you can see I got like 125% boost, or at least plus 165 on my shields. You also have the super duper shield booster, which is like basically a 11-second force field that's impervious to everything, with a 72-second cooldown period. So bottom line is that if I lose my front shields, I can use this to like just have a temporary shield while I recharge. There's also a thing called a shield inverter, but that being besides the point, let's take a look at our mercenaries. So my first mercenary, you can see he's already got weapons loaded out. He's good to go. And some of his weapons, instead of having a shield generator, he's got an ion reactor, a cloaking generator, which is a cloaking device. He has an ion reactor to give him 18% more engine power. And he has a laser interceptor, which is just like a, you know, it's a CWIS. It's a closed-in weapons system, you know, so it'll shoot down missiles, presumably. And that can fire automatically. We also have some flak cannons that you can install on the blue hardpoints. You don't control them, but they engage automatically during combat. And the shield inverter inverts the position of the ship's shields. Has a 16-second cooldown. So we got that one. Now let's check out Captain Wagner. He's got nothing, and good. I have plenty of crap in my inventory, so let's hook him up. So let's see. What do we want to give him? Pulse generator. Projects an energy field that temporarily incapacitates enemy ships. Hell yeah, we want a pulse generator, right? Right? Let's see what else we want here. A shotgun. Why not? Let's give him a shotgun. We got a laser here. I think I got a laser. Organic laser. There we go. We're going to hook them up with an organic laser. All right. Cool. Guided missile launchers, they tend to dump a lot of heat into the cooling system. So use them, you know, at your discretion. Mine launcher. So the mines don't really care if you bump into them or if the enemy bumps into them. So they're a little tricky in that regard. Light cannon of the Republic. Yeah, it's a powerful cannon. Might as well, right? Oh, yeah. Once again, we got 56 hull damage, and the shotgun can do 42 hull damage. We should really get something that can do shield damage just to balance out the loadout a bit. So let me see what we got here. More light cannon of the Republic. You know, I'm gonna give this guy nothing but light cannons of the Republic. Accuracy not. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna give this guy 2 light cannons. And let's see here. We got one more hard point. Do we want to just use the missiles? I think we're going to use the guided missile launcher. I might regret this later on. What's this? Radar. increases accuracy by 50% or by 50 points. We got a flak cannon. Might as well load up some flak cannons for now. Laser interceptor. I might regret that, but we're going to put a laser interceptor on. So I don't know if this is the optimal use of the, weapon systems, but that's what we're going to do. Now, let's really quickly take a look here. I can construct new items if I want. I can also sell. And generally, I like to sell things that I know I can build. Like, I'm not going to... Oh, I have an artillery cannon. You know what? We're going to give that one. We're definitely going to give the artillery cannon to this, even though we do lose some accuracy, but we got... Everything is hull damage. Now, we need something that can do shield damage. We really can't be putting all of this into, We need something for shield damage. We need an energy weapon, I think. Right, there we go. That's going to be it. So we're going to get rid of the artillery. We're going to put the plasma cannon on right over here. 84 per second. That should cover our bases right here. So I don't even know what Link Slim posted, but I'm going to guess it's either Yoko Ono, the F1 racer Yoko Ono. And I think it's great. I love it. I love it. It's weird. It's weird. Guys, Google it. I played it on a previous stream. If you look up Yoko Ono's reaction to the election or, the victory of Donald Trump during the 2016 election, it's just her kind of making noises like she went to, as if she went to Lamar's class, like when you're pregnant, you go to Lamar's class and you do the breathing exercises. That's what Yoko Ono is doing basically. All right, so we got I think we got our ducks in a row. So let's go ahead. We're going to leave the station. Like I said, I have one of the ship. It's not an important ship. This one's the better one. This one has 300% more engine power on it. So this is definitely my preferred ship. And I bought it after the Civil War started because I was getting my ass handed to me. And yes, this game operates quite nicely on both a gamepad and a keyboard. And I use them quite interchangeably all throughout. Right now I've been using my trackball and keyboard, but you got choices. You can use them quite interchangeably. Well, I've got 26 people watching tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're, enjoying this or learning something. In the meantime, the only... whoa. Okay, I got it. There we go. I almost overshot the target. All right, good. Let's get these bounty hunters. What are we going to get? Boba Fett? We got Boba Fett here? Uh-oh, I hear something firing at me. All right. Shields and deflectors up. Red alert. Full impulse. My frame rate is dipping a little bit. Right? That's on purpose. I used up my reserve. Once again, guys, let me know if the audio is too loud. I don't want to make anyone deaf or make it hard to hear me. Okay, good. That's one. All right, let's see what we got here. The ship that remains turns off its engines. The MAI. I have an AI. Her name is May, but I like to call it MAI because I work for someone named May, and I just don't like to be reminded of work while I'm playing video games. I mean, guy's cool. I get along with the guy, but... So I'm going to call her MAI. But anyway, MAI says, Captain, the enemy ship wants to contact us. You accept the transmission, and the captain of the enemy vessel, nuclear vessels, appears on your terminal. Enemy captain. We surrender, Captain. The crew is unarmed. We'll allow your ship to dock so that you can arrest us. So this one, okay, so the last 5 times I've done this, nothing went wrong. So if I had to put my place a bet, I would say this is gonna turn into an ambush. So let's go ahead. All right, initiate docking procedures. And look, I'm a captain of the Republic. I have to act in good faith. All right, if someone surrenders, I can't just shoot a unarmed man or woman or crew. But yes, I will be risking the lives of my crew when we perform this boarding action. This is gonna this does not go. This is not without risks. The ship's hatch opens and you enter. And as you see, I got my crew on the left. So if I have a boarding party, these are the people who are gonna get shot. And if like Monica Richter gets shot, she's my level 8 engineering specialist. If I lose Monica Richter, that is a big loss right there. Like a lot of the capabilities you see in combat is because I have that lady on my crew. She had an illness, and I had to put her in sick bay for like 20 minutes, and it was worth every minute because she's a specialist. As for these other people, I mean, I got a level 9 engineer named Carvalho. Now, Carvalho has a weird story. Like, I actually recorded this. I didn't stream it or upload it. Carvalho, for some weird reason, decided to go into the reactor room without protective equipment, without PPE. And he's lucky he's okay. But that guy got me irradiated, and like literally like for like a few minutes there, my ship was at a great disadvantage because I saved his life. So I still don't know. He never explained to me why he decided to walk into the engine room without any PPE. But I wouldn't be too mad if he got shot. All right. Sorry, let's get back to it. We've got a long way to go to the nearest prison. All right, so I just collected prisoners. And so actually, we don't have a long way to go. Oh, crap. I meant to... So, use the firing button to collect loot. Let's try that again. All right, this... Okay, wait. Wrong ship. Where's the loot? All right, that's better. All right, cool. So now what? Well, we check for waypoints. And I think we might have a planetary waypoint here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the debris field. And as you see, I just drew like 40% of my shield energy just to get that boost. But I'm okay with that because we can recharge the shields while we're loitering here. Okay, there's a distress signal up there. So we're going to go up to that distress signal. Although, if I know what's good for me, I would go to the Allied station first. Alternatively, let's try something else out. Wait, there's no game audio? Thank you, Curtis. That's important. I gotta make a checklist. So I'll tell you why there's no game audio. It's very simple. All right, now, please tell me if the game audio is too loud because now it's gonna work. I apologize for that, and I thank you, Curtis, for pointing it out. I mean, nobody's expected to notice it, but I'm glad you did. All right, so now you got game audio, right? Is that too loud? I'll lower it. Let me know. Man, you guys missed out on a lot of the action there. Boy, oh boy. Alright, so real quick, let's do a little weapons testing. Oh, my targeting is quite a bit off here. This is a little concerned here. There's a little bit, oops. R.I.P. Yoko. Okay, so I think we're in like a buggy asteroid field because my weapons are not hitting home. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. I think. Oh, whoa. Okay, so this is another thing that happens. So sometimes when you're loitering around, so the audio is confirmed. Yeah, right. I know I should fire that guy, Pop Culture Mechanic. So let's see. You're on the bridge when you hear the hatch's servo motor. Like Data has a servo in his arm. It is crew member Carvalho. See, this guy. This is the guy I was talking about before. This is the guy. Captain, Ashley is awake. She's somewhat disoriented, but she's out of danger. Oh yeah, that's the lady that we saved on one of the space stations. She what happened was this guy and a lady, and someone comes up to me at a space station, and they're like, "Yo, you need the help," and it's like, look, go away, because, you know, usually you're expecting to get robbed when you're in a really shady place. But because I'm a captain of the Republic, I decided to go and follow the guy. And sure enough, like, this lady the guy's hanging out with is like her eyes are red or some crap. And it turns out that, like, the doctor immediately knows they're on drugs. So we take her to, we stabilize the person. We bring him back to our ship. And the guy goes, "Can I come with you?" And basically, like, the correct answer is like, "Dude, you gave her the drugs. Fuck off." And so somehow I have this lady in sick bay, and apparently I didn't know what to do with her. Apparently the doctor automatically took care of it just now. She's somewhat disoriented, but out of danger. Ashley is the young girl you saved in District 8. District 8 is the shady place where You found her convulsing in her boyfriend. I just told this story. In her boyfriend's apartment, about to die, before you managed to stabilize her. So we're going to go talk to the patient. You arrive at the sick bay and you find her sitting on her stretcher. Whatever it is the medical team has been doing to her, she looks much better now. Ashley is a young woman in her early 20s with soft features and bright blonde hair. You could swear you have seen her somewhere, but you do not know where. Well, probably at District 8. Hey, you're the captain, aren't you? Can you explain what's happening? What have you done with my clothes? Whoa, that's kind of shady. What is my doctor doing with this lady's clothes? Oh God, I can't believe you stripped me and put me in this horrible white dressing gown. Okay, it's a hospital gown. You make it sound like a matter of life and death. Don't worry, our medical team is very professional. Well, and who are you supposed to be? You don't look like pirates. Pirates with good taste, at least. Ooh. Can someone tell me what I'm doing here? She may be trying to hide it, but she is very nervous. She is talking and making comments about absolutely everything, probably to seem less terrified, but it just has the opposite effect. Explain the situation. Barry, that asshole, what was he thinking? Letting me try that? It almost killed me. Well, Barry, good luck in the 8th District. This girl has just become a member of the Republic. I feel like I gotta do that head turn. You know when girls do that? Okay, I can't do it. Anyway, under the command of the famous captain. What was your name again? This situation begins to tire you. You would give anything for a pirate to ambush you at this time. Everything seems easier when you can shoot your problems in the face. Oh, God. Okay, so what do? Help me out, guys. Do I respond by saying, I think you've misunderstood me? Or do I say, that's not the deal. We're just going to take you home. So what's it going to be, guys? I'm going for the first one, I think. Because frankly, I've already consumed a ton of fuel bringing this lady over to Tadeki system. I really don't feel like dropping her back off at the crack den. But any suggestions, guys? I'm going to pick the first one unless somebody tells... I mean, like, let the people speak here, right? So, you guys are the people. Wrecked him. Damn, and Nia killed him. Dave. Alright, I'm going to do the first one, I think. But, like I said, I want people to tell me what to do here in this case, right? This is an interactive television show. The Shags have a friend called Foot. Alright, we're going to do the first one. The girl is silent. At last, a very brief oasis of silence. Oh, thank God, man. If only women would keep quiet more. Okay, that's terrible. I'm going to get myself hit. Anyway. Come on. I don't have anywhere to go. Take me with you. We'll live crazy adventures. Ashley and her comrades save the galaxy. Ashley and her team discover a new inhabited solar system. Captain Ashley puts a stop to people who talk in the cinema. What? This is wild. I want to see where this goes. Okay, so a lot of times you get these decision trees where there's only one decision. Hey, what's up, some person? Thanks for dropping by. Put it in the cargo hold. Unfortunately, the cargo hold is the cargo ship is at the hangar, so I don't know if this ship has a lot of cargo space, to be honest. Maybe I can stick her inside of a weapons compartment. Right. Now she seems offended. Hey, exaggerating much? You'll see, I'll become the most useful crew member of them all. Maybe in the end, you'll decide to put me in charge of the ship, Captain. You cannot stand it any longer. Okay, Ashley. We'll give you a test. If within 3 days you still want to sign up, I'll let you join us. That's regular voice. Narrator. Her little whim will not last for long. Once she sees what life on the ship is like, she'll soon beg you to take her back home. Why won't you start by helping Dr. Zhu? Alrighty, so there we go. So we might have a crew member in a couple of days, guys. Alright. So I think we covered everything in this system except for... No, I think we got everything in this system. Oh, wait. Aside from the distress, we got a distress signal, and beyond that, I can press the letter U. And letter U says, not your job, not my job. Talk to your crew member on the ship's command bridge. Right, let's go. So now we can see, in addition to going back to, flying in space, we can go back to the bridge. We can go to the bridge. So let's see what we get. We get some dialogue. Okay, we're not getting any dialogue. Here we are. The silence on the command bridge is sepulchral. Anderson has been helping you all day, but has barely said a word. You already know him enough to know that something is going on whenever he is this quiet. You sigh. Are you going to tell me what's going on? Are you going to tell me what's wrong? Anderson looks at you. What exactly are we doing here, Captain? Now you want us to become farmers after everything that we've been through. Now you understand why the crew has been acting so strangely. You already knew that not everyone agrees with accepting Gary's proposal, but you never thought your crew would take it personally. Anderson keeps on talking. Some of the crew and I have been talking, and we think that we should forget about the whole farm business. We've got more important stuff to do than keeping an old man with his cattle. It'll do us good, Anderson. To be honest, I can't remember the last time I was able to sleep through the night. You stop what you are doing for the moment. Neither do I. The fact is, we can find ourselves under attack at any moment. Pirates, children of the sun, those assholes. The galaxy has become more dangerous than ever, and we can't lower our guard. We all need a break, Anderson. Myself included. Anderson agrees. I haven't thought of it that way, Captain. You may be right. Trust me. Alright, so it looks like Anderson has cooled down a little bit and he feels a little bit better. So, being a captain involves psychology, as you all know. Can you fashion some kind of primitive lathe? Who, me? Or the farmer? Story time, ASMR with DJ Ronnie G. Oh, you want ASMR? You want ASMR? I'll give you ASMR. We're going to simulate going to a hair salon. You ready?
Seriously? Another interception?
Never mind. I got to go into combat.
Activate the shields! All hands to battle stations!
I think ASMR videos are hilarious. I mean, if people enjoy it, that's cool. I think there's different types of ASMR too, but some of them just seem like borderline, pornography. All right, let's get into combat. Focus. Diverting energy to weapons. Do I have another enemy ship behind me?
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
I see it. It's on the bottom. I gotta go down. Sometimes it is more fun to use the gamepad, but... Oh crap, I missed all those hits. And remember, I got a cooldown period I gotta worry about. Ah, bummer. Okay, well, I got a few hits in before the cooldown period. That's good. He thinks he can hide from me with a cloaking device. You're not Romulan, buddy. Alright, let's go to the gamepad. We're gonna switch to the gamepad so you guys got a more fluidic gameplay viewing experience. See that artillery there? It really hits. And now if I hit him in the aft section, he's gonna get more damage. Right, we did it.
Target's neutralized,
we're gonna
crew.
collect our
We're
loot.
out of danger.
We're out of danger. I'm the coolest captain. If you're waiting for him to get a set of ears, Frank Zappa loved the Shags. They were never giving any kind of music or instrument lessons and shoved in a room where they were told to make a musical album. Huh, I did not know that about Frank Zappa. Or the Shags. Was it the Shags or Frank Zappa? So originally I thought you were talking about Shagsworth. And I realized that we're not talking about Shagsworth, are we? Alright, let's go and engage our quantum drive, even though I should really go to the Allied station. Alright, let's put energy to my shields. I need to charge my left shield generator. As children, they mimic music as best they could. I take it Bone must have went to sleep. Yeah, Bone said goodnight. And I hope Bone has a wonderful REM cycle. I hope he has multiple REM cycles. Yeah, and unfortunately, Bone came by when the audio wasn't on. So, you know, I just hope enough people who were here earlier get to experience the glorious audio from this game here. It's got pretty good sound. You receive a notice from your communications officer that a drifting ship has been detected emitting a distress signal. The ship seems to be quite deteriorated and without occupants, and the wireless transmitter on my mouse pointer is a little hinky. Let's see what happens. Let's board this ship, or let's try and contact them by radio. Aptitude 6. I have a bad feeling. Let's ignore the signal. So I'm going to try contacting them. Now, this is where you get some RPG elements where you roll a dice, or you roll a pair of dice, I guess. And it looks like I got an 8 on one of these, so my aptitude allows me to succeed. It's snowing. It's snowing is outside music. Wait, it's snowing is outside of music. It's a tongue twister. Your aptitude level allows you to succeed. You check the survivors. You check for survivors. You decide to contact them by radio. Big difference. After a few minutes, your team establishes contact with the ship. We were raided by pirates, and they left us adrift. So we could not ask for help. Many of us have died, but there are still a few of us left. Please help. We must rescue these people. Let's send a rescue team. All right, let's go risk life and limb of my crewmen and crewwomen.
May prepare boarding protocol.
All right, where's the ship? There it is. It's in front of me. It was right there. Right, let's divert energy to the engines, and let's borrow from the shields so that we can go faster. Oops, I'm lost. Now you could engage the quantum drive for short range travel, but it's a little risky because it's much more easier to overshoot. What's up there, Phantom Hooligans? Good to see you, Cash Monet of the Phantom Hooligans, who who is a friend of the channel and a friend of Pop Talk, a member of Pop Talk, a founding pillar of Pop Talk on the Pacific 414 channel. And you can often find Cash Money or the Phantom Hooligans on Wednesdays during Pop Talk. The door of the drifting ship opens before the rescue team, but behind it there is no one to receive them. It is possible that the crew are too weak to move. So you give the order to enter. Find the survivors. Okay, I don't know why I put on a funny voice. Uh-oh. Suddenly the sound of guns sounds in your communicator. It's an ambush. Part of the rescue team gets back to your ship when suddenly an enemy ship appears in your area. Losses, wounded, 2 wounded. Okay, good. So it looks like Olga Novikova got 1/3 of her health, and you know, it looks like I actually got 3 people who are injured. But luckily, Monica Richter is not one of them. Because I gotta say, Monica Richter is a valuable crewman, crew person. I'm gonna say crewman.
Activate the shields.
The
All
root
hands to
word
battle stations.
is man, crewman. Crewwoman, it's still a man, right? Crewmen are still women.
Congratulations, you've made it onto my blacklist.
Women are crewmen, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's get back ready for combat, right? Alright, so we got weapons. We're gonna begin using, so the laser is good because it's got longer range. Uh-oh, something froze. Okay, there it is. By the way, I'm running this game on my 200 hertz monitor. So, my mouse pointer froze again. That's what's happening. My wireless receiver is getting interference. So even though I use a wired PlayStation controller, apparently it puts out a lot of RF noise that messes up my wireless mouse. So sometimes I'll be moving my mouse pointer.
Crew. We did it.
And I'll lose the signal because I have the dongle plugged into the back of my monitor or somewhere really, really awkward. I got to move the dongle for my wireless receiver. But I digress. All right. So now we're going to go to Allied Station because I don't want to use my hyperdrive until I effect repairs on all of the ships in my team. So we just completed the Bounty Hunters quest. Oh, we got intercepted, I think. Oh, here we are. You find yourself on the bridge watching one of the terminal screens when an image starts to warp. The indicators appear to blend together, blinking as they form strange new images and emitting a high-pitched beep before shutting off completely. You gently tap the screen and immediately recognize the smell of something burning coming from one of the towers. Uh-oh. You open it up and you see what has happened, and you can clearly see that one of these chips has completely melted. You alert MAI and leave the bridge toward the cargo hold in search of a spare part. Go down to the cargo hold. You descend the main stairs to the lower floor. These things happen randomly, by the way. When everything was stored where everything was stored, and begin to search through the crates. You would have sworn that the last time you took inventory, you saw them in one of the little boxes stacked on one of the shelves in the back. You put the different containers away and you look for the new chip until some voices surprise you from behind. Hello? You turn your head and shrug. It must have been your imagination. You keep digging through the inventory when the cargo hold's lights go out, leaving you in almost complete darkness. Oh, this isn't good. It takes a few seconds for your eyes to adjust to the dim glow of the emergency lights distributed throughout the room. MAI, what happened? Find your way out of the cargo hold. It's a tough one. So I think if I lost power, the AI is not going to be able to hear me. Your voice echoes unanswered. You hope this is not a general power failure. If the power flow has been completely cut off, the gravity systems and life support will remain active for a few hours, giving you time to repair the power systems. That means that without MAI's report, it is impossible to know if that is the case until you leave the cargo hold. All right, let's leave. With your hands in front of you, and some difficulty, you try to trace your steps back to the cargo hold hatch, which opens as soon as you activate the terminal. The ship's airlocks also possess emergency systems autonomous from the general power flow for situations like these. As soon as the hatch opens, you see the row of emergency lights that run down the corridor which you came. It seems the problem with the lights has spread beyond the hold. You follow the trail for a few minutes, surprised. Suddenly, a sepulchral silence reigns over the ship. Not the crew, not the sound of machinery, nothing. Keeping to the wall, you advance toward the engine room, from which one of your engineers emerged. Sis, what happened? What's happening? We've lost power all over the ship, Captain. I have reviewed the machinery, and it seems that everything is in order. Well, apparently not. The only thing that occurs to me is that someone is interfering with our systems. Yes, those assholes in the cargo bay. Part of my language. Hey, what's up there, awesome one? And good evening. Have a good night, David Glenn. May you have a regenerative sleep cycle. We've lost power all over the ship. Oh yeah, I said that already. MAI should continue to function even if the power is lost. Yeah, it should. The source of the problem might be the artificial intelligence core room. I was heading there now. Yeah, let's check the AI. You both move silently through the darkness of the corridor towards the core room. There is a chance that the failure in MAI has caused the power system to collapse completely. Whether that is the case or not, you have to check as soon as possible. The ship's systems that allow you to stay alive continue to function thanks to small emergency generators that will not last forever. So you have limited time to restore general power flow. Okay, so we reach the AI core room. It's dimly lit. We start going through parts of machinery while the engineer seems a little nervous. And what exactly were you doing in the engine room? Oh, why am I being suspicious of my engineer? What? You answer as you check on one of the machines. I was near the engine room when the lights went out, and I went straight for it. I was surprised to find you in the room before I arrived, assuming your post is much further away than the cargo hold. Sis, of course, I was in the room doing some checks when the lights went out. I had not been informed about it. Why? I didn't want to bother you. I had seen several small peaks in the monitor readings. I didn't think it was important enough to notify you. As you keep talking, you notice one of the control panels with the activation levers completely lowered. Immediately, your sense of danger is triggered. Trigger warning. That is only possible if somebody has disabled the power flow manually. Sis, you raise your eyes to one of the chrome pipes to see the reflection of Sis without attracting her attention, and immediately see her lifting a crowbar with the intention of hitting you from behind. This bitch, I hired her. I fed this crew member. I fed this crewman. And she's going to hit me in the head with a crowbar? This nasty, ungrateful crew member. She must be a spy from this Children of the Sun. I'm going to have to dodge the blow. Let's hope I get a 6 on the roll, because otherwise I'm getting clubbed in the head. Alright, good. Looks like I'm not getting clobbered in the head today. Question, DJ Ronnie G. Do you have redirect enabled? I mean, I can hypothetically enable it. I don't have it enabled for anyone in particular right now. I'd like to enable... I've been meaning to enable redirect for deleted scenes for like a couple of months. I just haven't got around to it. But like, if I could end my show at a consistent time, or while someone else's show is running, I'd be happy to redirect people. I think it's like a two-way thing, right? Oh wait, do I have redirect? So I think if you're talking about the redirect, I think you're talking about, I believe it's like you add people to a list, and so I can grant permission to other people to redirect their chat to me, or people could add permission on their end so that I can redirect people to them. So if that answers your question. Wait, I misread that. What's redirect? I don't know. Wait, what am I reading? I'm confused now. Oh, Ancient One. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up two people here. So yeah, Curtis, redirect is like when, I think if I'm understanding correctly, I think Ancient One is referring to when a stream ends and it automatically sends people to another live stream. So like if you have a friend and they have a show that starts after yours, it'll automatically forward everyone after my show ends to that YouTube channel. All right. So I'm going to say, anticipating the trajectory of the blow, you jump to one side and avoid it completely. With no time to stop her attack, Sis hits one of the pipes, causing a breach from which steam starts to shoot out. You stand up straight and you look at Sis, who is wide-eyed and frozen to this spot. What are you doing? So I have a feeling it's a bit like Carvalho. She's probably like under the influence of some mind control. Sis's expression has completely changed, and you rub your eyes several times in disbelief. Her face seems fragmented. She better go get a disc defragmentation. Judo, chop! It's a good one, some person. Chop! Just like Captain Kirk, right? Captain Kirk did a good little chop. Her face seems... Oh yeah, I said that. As if it were a broken mirror. You are paralyzed for a few seconds while the crew member keeps talking. Come on, Captain, where is it? You have no idea what Sis is talking about, and you keep quiet, which seems to annoy Sis even more. Sis raises her voice, becoming much more aggressive. I'm talking to you. Where is it? Sis runs to you, wielding the crowbar with intention of hitting you. What? Subdue her or unholster your weapon? Hell, let's go with the aptitude 8 attempt. At least we're going to try to, subdue her, right? I have a bad feeling this ain't going to work. Oh! Okay, we're good. Apparently, that must mean, like, I don't know. That must be better than an 8, I guess. Your aptitude level allows you to succeed. You wait until the last moment to dodge the blow, and you throw yourself at the crew member. You tackle Sis, I guess that's her name or his name, to the ground, and while she is pinned down, you hit her in the head. It's a she. A couple of times. That sounds awful. You hit her in the head a couple of times till she falls unconscious. You turn to lie on your back beside her. Ooh, sighing deeply. You spend turning over what has happened. What? That's not English. In your head. Until, okay, you spin turning over what has happened in your head. I don't know, okay. Until Specialist Richter appears at the engine room door. Specialist Richter. Captain, what happened? It's Monica Richter. Like I said, she's one of my best. I explained to Monica what happened, and she goes, ah, crap. Aminata Sis has died. After you finish recounting the events, the specialist stays silent for a few seconds to gather herself. Specialist Richter. Don't worry, Captain. We'll reestablish power flow and take care of Sis. We'll make sure she leaves the ship at the next spaceport. Wait. So, is Monica Richter concerned that we got to get rid of the body? It seems a little sketchy here, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with doing illegal activity with Monica Richter because she's my best crewman. Take care of the rest. She's one of my best crewmen, all right? So I guess that's what she means, is that we're going to get this smelly body off of the ship. I hope that's what she means. So I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know why one of my crewmen, or crew persons, okay, I got to stop saying that. Crewmen attacked me.
Seriously? Another interception?
Yeah, another interception.
Congratulations. You've made it onto my blacklist.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
I want to face my left side. Remember, my artillery is on the left side, so if I want to use the heavy artillery, I got to use the left side cannon.
Great job, crew. We did it.
Yeah, it's a space game. Burn ship, burn. Yeah, whenever you blow up a ship, they go on fire like that.
Comms chief, request permission to dock.
Welcome, Captain. Kick your boots off. My house is your house.
My house is your house. Dun, 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 dun. Sounds like a song. Alright, good. We're gonna effect repairs right now. Could be disposing of a spy secretly. I got you, yeah, so that as to not alert the actual spies. I got you. That makes sense, some person. Alright, we're making really good time here tonight, guys. You know what that means? I can get my buttocks to bed on time. I mean, I'm pretty energized right now, but I really should get myself to bed soon because I usually don't sleep on on Monday nights before I got work on Tuesday. And okay, so let's see. We can hire a Korean captain, Captain Jeon Jungkook Song, or we can hire Dmitry Sokolov. What type of ship is that? I think Dmitry Sokolov has a nice ship. Is it worth 5,000 credits? Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, we got to effect repairs on our mercenaries. All right, so it looks like everyone's ship is in good working order. Is there any cool weaponry we can purchase? So let's see, pulse mine Mark 1, rocket launch system Mark 2, artillery cannon. Hell yeah, I definitely want more of these. I'm gonna buy an artillery cannon every time. Nuclear missile launcher sold. I don't even know what the cost. Yeah. It's expensive. I don't even care. We got a nuclear missile launcher, yo. We're gonna test that thing out like right now. Let's see. Laser interceptor, light cannon of the Republic, 91 per second. Yeah, definitely want that one. And do we want a superior repair kit? Oh, I see. I'm already out of money, so I could sell some things if I want. Oh, I got a prisoner. Let's turn in the prisoner. Remember, that's the girl before who wants to be part of the crew. So at some random point during my gameplay, it's going to come up again and she's going to decide if she wants to be in the crew or not. Or if she, wants to go back home. Alright, so for now we're going to leave this part alone. Let's check my crew real quick. Because remember, I lost the crew, so I got one vacancy. So we can actually replace that vacant spot. And I think I'm going to go with Hiroshi Shimizu because he's Japanese, and I think Japanese people are like really smart. But all jokes aside, he's got like, what do you call it, 2 talent points available. In fact, they all have talent points available. This lady's like a genius scientist lady, basically. So, you know, we can do stuff with her. I think I'm going to give her more investigative powers. Antonio Nunez. Yeah, we definitely need more crafting skill. Basically, when you salvage things, you get more out of the salvage. You get more value out of the salvaged parts when you give these people more, you know, capabilities. In fact, delete, upgrade. Armoring is always good, and systems upgrades are always good. It's a tough decision. I'm not going to make that decision yet. Weima. Medicine, investigation. We'll leave that one alone for now. So yeah, it's going to be either, oh, look, another Japanese. Is that Japanese? Akiko Ishikawa. So we could do Akiko Ishikawa, level 2 scientist. Hiroshi is a level 4. Now, if he gets shot in combat, you know, he's a valuable crewman, but he's got a lot of talent points. So I think we're going to go with this here. So the question is, do we divert more to the energy weapons or to the non-energy weapons? So let's see here. Well, Monica Victor, you can see she's already responsible for my energy weapons. So I think I'm going to give Hiroshi more on the projectile weapons end. And we're going to put Hiroshi, we're going to make him part of the crew. There we go. So now we got him. Now, also, we got to go to sick bay. Where's sick bay? Station, sick bay, departments. Here it is. All right, so we need to put these 3 crew members into the bio bed. Hey, what up, Lady Mist? If there's any replacement engineers, get a Scottish one. Yeah. Look, honestly, yeah, I'd go with a Scotsman or a Japanese person. I'm all for either one. Get a Ridley Scott engineer. Oh, yeah. I would love to get me a nice little space jockey. Yeah, so I did like watch like a little bit of a lore video about the engineers because I was kind of just curious. And yeah, it kind of like ruined the mystique from the Alien movie with the, you know, was it Aliens when they had the space jockey? Okay, let's take a look here. So let's test out the nuclear weapon. Oh yeah, we got to put the nuclear weapon on my ship. So let's see, what weapon can we do without? We're going to temporarily get rid of the laser, and we're going to put the nuclear missile launcher on right over here. Look at, oh, we got a number 3 for the nuclear missile. Okay, so this is going to be wild. Let's test this bad boy out. Is there like a debris field nearby? I generally like to test my weapons out in a debris field when possible. Although I don't think there's any real consequence if you start shooting up the station. Like, I've never gotten in trouble for shooting up the station. I don't see a debris field, so we're going to press number 2 for the nuke. You ready, guys? Number 3. Uh-oh, what is that going to do? Oh, wait, it follows my... Dude, that is going to be great in combat. That is going to be a fantastic combat asset. Now, as you can see, I got rid of my laser. So, it's like, not a big deal, but... You know, because I got rid of my laser, it means that I don't have, like, a laser pointer. But, I mean, I think the plasma burst is going to be fine. Also, just some nice little touches. You can see up here, it's got, like, an advertisement, a holographic billboard for the gun shop. And usually you'll see a billboard for, like, a recruitment poster for the Interstellar Republic. Okay, so we got all that sorted out. Let's check out the star chart. Right, so we can go to Kaji system. Let's go to Kaji system. I'm pretty much avoiding the one at the top. You can see the list on the upper right corner. I'm avoiding the one on the top of that list because, yeah, just for now. No penalty for shooting the station. I guess it's got a shield generator, like an impervious shield generator, huh? Alright, so we could do manual labor, or we could, I don't know if that's an opportunity for manual labor or an opportunity to help people. But we're gonna go and visit suspicious activity because I want to try out that nuke. So it looks like when you fire off the nuke, you aim with the HUD in order to like tell the nuke where to go. So you know, it's sort of like almost like laser targeting. You know, when you paint the target.
Seriously?
Prometheus
Another
actually-
interception?
Prometheus actually got me
Activate
into the
shields.
Alien
Let's
franchise.
finish them off.
Way more than before. Before I perceived Alien as mostly just horror, even though it was. Oh, I better focus.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Oh man, my 2 artillery cannons missed. And I gotta divert power to my weapons. I keep missing with the artillery. There we go. See that? It took 1 hit. The one
Excellent
hit
work,
wonder.
team. Are you all okay?
Remember those commercials when they would sell some random CDs and they'd be like, "Oh, a collection of '60s music," and then they'd be like, I remember those commercials. It was all one-hit wonders. All right, now let's go proceed to the next waypoint. In fact, we didn't go to a waypoint. That was just a random interception. This is the waypoint.
Captain to the situation.
We got a situation. We didn't even make it to the waypoint yet. Our SMC contact gets in touch with us. We have a job for you, Captain. Over the past few days, bandits have been assaulting our freighters. We've tracked down the location of the bandits to a zone near your position and require you to ensure this never happens again. Could you go out there and give them a lesson? Sure, what kind of lesson? A lesson plan? But as Curtis was saying was, before I perceived aliens as mostly just horror, even though it was much more, I didn't really see it until Prometheus intrigued me more. I see. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, some of that seemed intriguing, I'll admit, you know, like, and there's a lot of lore. Like, I was reading about a comic book today where, like, apparently they had, like, this whole entire alien war on Earth, and most of the aliens, I guess the xenomorphs were rounded up. There was a few of them floating around on Earth, which sounds like just having one xenomorph running around on Earth does not sound like a good time, right? And they had a bunch of them in labs, and they were like, "Oh, we can control them if this time." Shoot her! I'm trying to shoot her. Home Alone, Lost in New York, Sticky Bandits, and a Pigeon Lady. Aw. Right. Yeah, of course I'll accept the contract. We have a new job. Let's hope it doesn't cause too many problems. Right, so I gotta go to some new coordinates. So, guys, do I go to that suspicious activity 22 kilometers away, or do we go to the new coordinates? I guess I better go to new coordinates, because while I have... How many percent do I have? Well, I have 100% hull power right now. Alright, we're gonna go over there. So, we're gonna go to Looter Trouble. And as soon as we enter into combat, we're gonna divert power to our shield. Weapons. The scene gets me still to this day. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, that's like a... I thought that lady was creepy, and then she ends up being sweet. You reach the zone, I don't even know who SMC is, informed you about. The looters would be... Okay, I'm sorry. You reached the zone the SMC informed you the looters would be at, and just as expected, a group of heavily armed ships is there. Are there. The captain of one of the ships opens communications. Hail, Captain. He says hail. This area doesn't see too many Republic ships. Are you looking for something? Nothing. We're just passing through. Hail, Captain. We aren't looking for anything. We are only coming through the sector looking to repair our ship.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Well done. May, send a damage report to my terminal immediately.
After finishing the job, you get in touch with the SMC, who informs you of the situation. Good work, Captain. Quick and efficient, just as we expected. We are sending you your reward. We will stay in touch. Wow, I get all of 1,000 credits. I've gotten more credits in this game gambling. Let's get my loot. I'll probably get more value out of the loot I collect. God, that nuke is a cool add-on. Like, I mean, I like the laser, but the nuke is just so cool. All right, I'm just gonna do a quick inspection. Oh, there it is. So there's an example. See that blue stuff there? This is an example of that dilithium crap I was telling you guys about. So if I shoot at that blue stuff on the end of this piece of debris, I'll get to keep that stuff. So we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna... Oh, come on with the fudge. After a long day, you retire to your cabin. Your body... So sometimes you get interrupted by this. Your body feels exhausted, blah, blah, blah. You toss and turn until you finally fall asleep. I swear to God, if I have to read a dream... Okay. Once again, the nightmares come back. Increasingly strange and disconcerting. Flutes that never stop playing and strange figures of the past take up the entirety of your dream. You wake up with a vague memory of the nightmares as you watch the tablet on the bedside. You get up and immediately feel energized. It is not the first time that this has happened. Despite the vivid recurring dreams, the rest you get is exceptional. By the way, this game has music. The music is good. I don't think it would get me copyright struck. I only turn off the music because wait a second. What? So somehow I dream and I gain a new attribute. But here's the thing. So this thing is mentioning about the tablet. So there's this tablet that we collected. It's from an ancient spacefaring civilization. And I suspect that the tablet is causing the captain to have weird dreams. But like, I'm not prepared to destroy the tablet yet. Although I'm starting to think here. I just realized something. I'm destroying the fucking tablet. You head for the ship's dining room and head straight for one of the waste tubes. The tube which circulates through the ship. Blah, blah, blah. You stand still with the tablet in your hands for a few minutes. You are no longer sure that you want to destroy it. After all, it could be really valuable. At least to you, it is especially precious. Yeah, I think we need to destroy that tablet. I mean, that tablet, it could be really valuable. At least to you, it is especially precious. I think we know where this goes. Right? Let's roll the dice and see if I can destroy this stupid tablet. Because I think this tablet is the reason why one of my engineers got me irradiated, as well as himself. This is probably why Lieutenant Sis died. You know, remember that lady tried to hit me in the head with a crowbar? It's this stupid tablet. I'm pretty sure it's this stupid tablet. So apparently, like, I went on multiple missions to investigate, like, the origin of this tablet. And just now did I have the presence of mind to go with option 1, destroy it. So, yeah, we lost the tablet, but I suspect that I'm not going to have any more erratic behaviors from my crew. Like I said, I put so many talent points into my crew. I'm not trying to freaking, like, you know, like, waste that. There it is. See that blue stuff is coming at me. We gotta follow it. So apparently you gotta actually hit the blue stuff. You can't just fire at the debris. You know, this is a situation where having the laser would come in really handily. See, I'm collecting that blue stuff. So it's like this one's really... I've never actually had this issue before, collecting the blue stuff. Oh goodness, I lost track. Something blocking my view. See that blue stuff I'm collecting right now? That's all because I'm firing at the blue dot on the wreckage here. So it looks like we got all of it. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's get our butts to the planet. Actually, wait, no. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, I think we're gonna do the last quest, and we're gonna go to bed. All right. So we're gonna go to the planet, and then that's it. If I don't make it to the planet, I might go to bed anyway. All right. That steam still gets me. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of weird to think most of the games consist of things, Critter says, that mankind really did at one point, but a space game and the space battles have yet to really have happened. It's like our imagination surpassed our advancement, right? Has surpassed human history through games, movies, media. Well, if you think about like what was it? Star Trek: The Next Generation is like, what do you call it? Like, more or less, how do I phrase it? Inspired by Horatio Hornblower. And I read some of the Horatio Hornblower books, you know, by C.S. Lewis, I think it is. And it's about the Royal Navy. But when you read Horatio Hornblower and you know, already seen Star Trek, you see the parallels. I mean, like, you know, it's like you're on a ship, you're the captain. Now, if you got to leave the ship, you got to go on like a rowboat, right? You got to go on a launch or a rowboat, an auxiliary craft. That's like a shuttlecraft. And there's a situation where maybe they have to go on a pinnace. And a pinnace could be a bit like a runabout. Although I think there's actually a type of boat called a runabout as well as that. But what you'll see is that like the issue with Star Trek and a lot of sci-fi is that space combat, you're not going to have that close quarters, you know, tight flight maneuvering thing going on. You know, I mean, I don't want to rule it out completely because I enjoy Legend of the Galactic Heroes. But space combat is probably going to be done at pretty significant distances. Like, it's not going to be something you're going to, like, you know, in sci-fi that we see, space combat happens at claustrophobic distances. And this is why in Mobile Suit Gundam, they have the Minovsky particles in order to have an excuse for close quarters combat. It's like, oh, well, we can't use the radar because of Minovsky particles. And therefore, because we can't use radar, we have to use giant robots to engage in combat, you know, and stuff like that, you know. So that's where Mobile Suit Gundam gets around that little issue. H.G. Wells, watch out for that space box. Oh boy, yeah, right. H.G. Wells and Jules Verne have predicted technology 100 years ahead of their time, or 100 years ahead of time. Absolutely, some person. The moment, and so many things like sounded ridiculous. Like, people used to think that we'd have like pneumatic tubes connecting everything together, and instead we just use FedEx. But you know, the general idea they got right, that people would have access to things at their fingertips. They didn't realize that maybe it wouldn't be a video phone, but it would be Skype, right? I mean, in a way, the computer is a video phone. Like, we didn't end up with a, like, people thought video phone would be like a telephone. You dial a number and you look at a TV screen. We didn't realize that it'd be more like what we do on our cell phones today. But it's the same thing in a way. Oh, no, same result. Yeah, it is strange to try and comprehend the future like this. It's so hard to predict. Yeah, generally speaking, like, that's the beauty of it, is like when people get certain predictions wrong, especially like in the short term, like that's the more amazing thing. Like when people say things like, "Oh, nobody will ever need more than 64 kilobytes of memory," and it's like, you know, famous last words, right? The moment you leave the ship and set your feet on the ground, you notice the soft grassy terrain under your boots. You take a big breath of fresh air, enjoying the peace of the place. This sight brings back happy memories of your childhood at the old white farm. As soon as everything is ready, you move towards the farmhouse, taking a look at the animals grazing on the ground. Some of them look at you suspiciously, while others approach the gates with caution. Novikova speaks behind you. You grew up on a farm, didn't you, Captain? That's right, Novikova. You answer, the White family took me in when I was a kid and raised me along with their 2 children. I spent a large part of my childhood in a place like this. It feels like going back to that farm. You stand on the porch of the house where a man argues heatedly with 2 of the younger men. One of the young men pushes the man and as he yells, "This is your last warning, Gary. We're fed up with you and with your nonsense." The crew starts towards them, but you stop. You stop them by raising your hand. Raise my hand. The 2 youngsters look at you, and one of them whispers something to you, to the old man. They then turn around and drive off in the truck parked by the side of the road. Gary looks at you, puzzled from the house porch. You raise your voice. "Mr. Riley, I guess." Gary Hiley. Yeah, that's right, my friend. Who are you?" "I am Inaki Villanueva. We're here to work. My men and I could give you a hand with the farm chores." The man scans you and sighs. "I thought no one would show up anymore. It's been almost a year since I pinned that ad. The farm isn't what it used to be, guys. I'm afraid that I can no longer afford what I offered in the ad. We'll settle for what you can pay us." The man nods and shakes your hand. "Wonderful. Your help will really come in well. It's going to get dark soon. Come in and we'll have something warm to eat. A tough day awaits us tomorrow." Okay, guys. I don't know if we have it. Do you guys want to continue the farm story? Because frankly, I should go to bed. There's one thing I know. When you get to a planet and you engage in dialogue, it can get pretty long. So basically, I could buy these new ships. If I was to buy a new ship, I'd probably buy this one here because it looks more agile. But for now, we're not gonna buy any new ships because I'm doing good. I'm gonna bite. All right, I'm gonna bite. We're gonna do the farm. You take a swig of water from your bottle. The sun has been beaten down hard since early morning. Gary updated you all during last night's dinner. His wife passed away a few years ago, and his only son left the farm. The man is alone and getting too old to run the farm by himself. I seen a Galaxy Express 39 episode about this. Did you say turtles? Did somebody say turtles? Did somebody say turtles? Where's the button for that? I have a button for that. Oh crap, my stream deck is being crap. There we go. Gary updated you all during last night's dinner. Oh yeah, I said that. Gary seems like a good man, and you are glad you can help out. You pass the bottle of Shimizu, who wets his head. What do you think? Well, if it weren't for the heat, this isn't exactly that bad. Here in the open air, so peaceful and quiet. I could get used to this. And check this out, Captain. I haven't seen Novikova and Carvalho in such a good mood in a long time. You answer, let's enjoy it while we can. We'll have to get going soon. Shimizu takes another drink. I know. Suddenly, an explosion echoes throughout the farm. The sound rumbles through the barn, raising a thick curtain of dust and pulling you to your feet. What was that? As soon as you exit the barn, you see several crew members running towards one of the farm's warehouses. Shimizu and you follow them as fast as you can. The crew, the moment you open the door, several animals rush out scared, and a thick smoke cloud blinds you for a second. A few meters away, you see Gary lying on the floor, and in the back, smoke billowing out from one of the harvesting machines. Get Gary out of here! Several crew members drag Gary out as you and Anderson race towards the pillar of smoke. The explosion shattered the harvesting machine, and the flames are beginning to spread. There are at least 24 animals still trapped in their cages. I remember seeing Anderson, I remember seeing a fire extinguisher nearby. We have to find it. All right. I need to roll a 6 on the luckometer. Now, what was Cash Money saying? Damn it. The chat scrolled up too high. I can't read Cash Money. Oh, here it is. Where are the turtles attacking again? And that's funny. Awesome one posted aliens and turtles. I'm sorry I can't click on the chat. Maybe next time I do a stream, I'll join from my laptop or phone so that I can interact with the chat. You know, he's like, when you're running a game in full screen mode, it's just not particularly intuitive to, like, you know, toggle from the game to your other monitor. You know, some games are a little bit easier like that. So yeah, next time I'll probably just plop my laptop like right here and we'll have options. Okay, you've been unlucky. Ah, shit. The smoke is getting thicker and the flames continue to grow. You begin to fear the worst and you finally see an extinguisher on the wall. You yell at Anderson, I found it. You take it and you run towards the harvesting machine to put out the fire. The flames are extinguished in seconds and the smoke turns from black to an ash gray. Anderson and you come out of the warehouse and hit the ground, coughing violently. That was close. Too close, Captain. Wherever we go, no matter what we do, we always get in trouble. You take a couple of minutes to rest and head towards the farmhouse. The crew is in one of the rooms around Gary, who is already conscious. Gary asks you with much concern, what happened? You reassure him, we've managed to extinguish the fire. The harvesting machine is burnt, but there's been no further damage. It could have been much worse. Gary buries his head in his hand. No, this can't be happening. What a nightmare. I got a big order to deliver in a few weeks, and I won't make it without the machinery. There's no way. Gary tries to get up, but Felinto slows him down. Easy, Gary. The wounds are quite deep. You must rest for a few days. We'll take care of everything. Oh, we're doing everything now. You keep talking. We'll manage to keep everything running and deliver the order on time. Gary looks away. I appreciate it, but even if I had the money to pay you, I'd be asking too much of you. This isn't your problem anymore. I wouldn't blame you if you're considering leaving the farm tonight. No way, Gary. You can count on us. Whew. There's more. There's more where that came from, guys. What do? Do I put a hold on this and maybe record and upload this, like, you know, tomorrow night? Or do we just click on the thing again? All right, last one. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? You are interactive enough for me. The fact that you read it out. Hey, you know, if you're going to tune in, I might as well, you know, it's the least I can do. You get out of bed and get dressed. 2 days have passed since Gary's accident, and the engineering team is still trying to repair the harvesting machine, while the rest is taking care of the farm. You go downstairs and you hear the voice of the crew in the lobby. Crew member Novikova. I've managed to restore a large part of the damage, but we need replacement parts. Maybe we can improvise something, but it'll be temporary. You peek into the kitchen and you say hi. Can we get those spare parts? Gary, if I could afford it, I would have already sent you to town by now. The farm has been going through harsh times and I hardly have money left to feed the cattle. We're missing a lot of pieces, Mr. Hiley. Even if we could get the harvesting machine started, it wouldn't last long. What else can we do? We need the harvesting machine to remain operational until the next order is delivered. You bite the apple you just picked. How much money are we talking about? We're going to need a whole new set of valves, replace all of the electronic components, install a new filter tank. How much? 2,500. Fuck it, 2,500. I have 2,500. There we go, and look at that. I just gained a new attribute. So it cost me 2,500, which is a small price to pay. I could literally, earn that back by selling parts from salvage, from the ships that we recover parts from earlier. Hey, what's up there, LCX? Thanks for dropping in. I hope you're having a wonderful evening and or afternoon or morning. So yeah, what you call? So let's see here. Okay, so the crew looks surprised. Gary Hiley, no way, I can't accept that. You answer Gary. You can pay us back as soon as things start working again for you. Right now, I'm only concerned about your recovery and keeping this farm afloat. Gary Hiley, it's too much, Villanueva. Why would you do something like that? Inaki Villanueva has gained a new attribute. And I can say, okay, so what's the answer, guys? Help me out here. Is it because you're a good person? Or you remind me of an old friend? Now, I'd say he's a good person, right? Because, I mean, he seems like a good guy, but what has Gary done yet to show he's a good person? So, what do I do? Do I do it eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or do I just pick one? Let me know, guys, if you have a preferred answer here, but I'm kind of leaning towards you remind me a lot of an old friend. But I'm willing to gamble here. If you guys have another idea, if you want me to pick the top option, I'll do it. So I'll give about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, depending on the chat delay. Ever seen Cyber Team and Akihabara? I know the word, I just can't read it. Give me a second. Akihabara. Let's see, Akiba. Yeah. So I'm gonna call it Akiba. Now, okay. Jokes aside, I've never been to I can't say it. I've never been to Akihabara, but I can tell you guys that it originates from an Arab word, I believe. And Akihabara is a awesome shopping center in Japan. They have many Akihabaras. They're freaking huge. And I think I described it correctly. And people who live in the East get to visit them. The Rosencrantz organization of geniuses discover immortality and are going to the moon when the Wright brothers were just discovering flight. Sounds familiar. Old friend. We're going to do old friend. All right, good. So let's see. Remind me of an old friend. You keep talking. We've been through a lot on our travels. Met some really vile people. It's not often we come across someone genuinely good like you, Gary. I know we haven't known each other for a long time, but you have a good heart. I can see that. Gary gets emotional and wipes his tears. I'm simulating. Thank you. Thank you. I'll never be able to pay you. You nod. Novakova, Carvalho, go to town and get what you need to get everything ready. The rest of us will continue to take care of the farm until you're back. Let's get to work. I know I said I would end it. Oh, cool. Cyber Team in Akihabara is an anime. Thank you, LCX. I will check that out because I would love to see. I didn't even know what an Akihabara was until I was watching a weird J drama called not weird, but it was kind of weird. I was watching. It's on YouTube. There's a J drama called Densha Otako, which means trained man. And basically, like, this really nerdy dude who's like the biggest otaku is on a train. What up, Peter Venkman fan site? Is on a train when this beautiful, beautiful girl is being like bugged by a drunk guy. Like, this drunk old guy's like trying to get all like touchy feely with the Japanese girl. She's like, I'm good. So finally, the young man, this nerd, he stands up for her. And even though he almost makes a fool of himself, he ends up being honorable, showing that he stood up to some drunk guy when nobody else would. So then, he's on Yahoo forums. Because apparently in Japan, back in I don't know, 15 years ago, Yahoo forums was like the biggest thing in Japan, like bigger than Facebook apparently. And someone posted in there like, "Hey, there's a sweet guy to train. I didn't get his name," and basically it becomes this cutesy wootsy love story. But the kid, he's thinking he's not worth it. He's a total dork. And his friends and him love hanging out at the Akiba. They love going to the Akihabara. So this boy and his two friends, that's what they do. They go to the Akihabara and they hang out and they play arcade games and they eat pizza or whatever they do in Japan. I don't think they eat pizza that much, but and he's got a friend. He acts like he's from Shibuya, but he's not. you know, and that's what I know. That's the extent of what I know about. That's where I first got exposed to the concept of an Akihabara, and maybe tomorrow I will read that word 20 times until I can pronounce it. Magical Girl Techno Anime. They got little pets called Patapi that turn them from teenagers to young adult sized with boob physics. Akihabara Dano Gumi bounce physics. Yep. If I can click on the chat, I would highlight your chat messages, but as you guys know, that involves pressing Alt Tab, and I'm gonna avoid doing that. Hey, what up, James? Novakova's frantic yells are heard throughout the farm, making everyone laugh uproariously. She tries not to gag and follow your directions. Novakova, oh my god! What the hell is that? I'm gonna throw up. What is that smell? Felinto holds onto the fence, bending over with laughter. Come on, Novakova, it's all yours now. You try in vain to keep a straight face. The sight of Novakova trying to deliver a sheep has turned out to be quite the spectacle. Come on, Novakova. No way, Captain. I can't. I swear, I can't. You answer between chuckles. The sheep needs our help. I'm trying to simulate a captain laughing. Our lambs could die. Is that what you want? The sheep bleats pitifully. And Novakova gasps for air. All right. Yeah, if you ever watch go to Disney Sheep Herder channel, some of his videos begin and like if you watch some of the videos on Disney Sheep Herder channel, he's got like a very good example of the sheep making the noise. It's like really cute. Akihabara is just a place in Japan where they sell all kinds of, I know, and it sounds like paradise. It's just a place in Japan where they sell all kinds of electronics as well as anime stuff and use Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing, LCX. That sounds like paradise to me. That's not just a place. That is paradise. That is called heaven right there. And one of these days, I will go to that type of heaven and have to figure out what the shipping rates are, because I have a feeling that the amount of crap I'm going to buy at a Akihabara will exceed what I could fit on my carry-on luggage. And I don't like to bring luggage on the belly of an airplane because the idea of my baggage getting lost in transit stresses me out. So I just don't do it. I do everything with a backpack and carry-on luggage. And so like when I go to San Antonio next month, I'm going to probably buy some stuff. And some of this stuff I'm gonna ship back. I'm probably gonna ship my laundry back to New York. You know, like just to lighten up my bag a little bit, to make it a little easier to pack everything. I'll just shove it in a box and ship it back to New York. That's kind of like my plan. I just got exit 9. I think that's the thing on my Vim letter. Vim later low. Vim later IO. I'm just reading the words verbatim. So this isn't a spaceship. Oh, it is a spaceship game. It's just that we're currently on a planet. Yeah, James. It's a space RPG. But apparently we landed on a planet as part of one of our contracts. I accepted a contract at one of the Allied stations. So contracts can include delivering mail. So I can accept a contract to deliver magazines or packages of parts to different locations in the sector. I can accept a contract to go after some bounty hunters. I can accept a contract to escort somebody somewhere, or to maybe conduct a scientific investigation. So yeah, you got a lot of options. And in this case, apparently, this quest involves helping out a farmer. So anyway, Novakova, no way, Captain, I can't. I swear. Oh, wait, I read that already. How's it going, Cavallo? Cavallo, and you look at the monitor. You're close. Novakova, you're close, Novakova. You just have to turn it over and pull them out. Easy with the first one. The second one should be smoother. Novakova tries to calm down, although she looks pale. Okay, I can feel it. I'm holding it. That's it. Now you have to grab the front legs and pull it out gently. Sounds really awful. Ready? I guess. Oh, she's like shaky voice. I guess. You stare at Novakova. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. She pulls hard, pulling out the little soggy lamb and laying it on the ground next to its mother. Oh, it's going into labor. I think I'm going to pass out. I can't take it anymore, Captain. Can you get on with this? Come on, there's another one coming. After sighing, Novikova repeats the operation, pulling out another newborn lamb. Novikova is so relieved that she completely ignores the rest of the crew joking about her. You tap Novikova's back, and the only part of her body which is still clean. You've done well, Novikova. These two little ones owe you their lives. She nods and watches as the lambs are trying to stand up. Novikova laughs. I think I need a good shower. Oh, yeah, she's covered in, like, baby guts, sheep guts, lamb guts. You know, afterbirth. Let's get back to the farmhouse. All right, guys. We just gave birth to sheep. And it's 1 o'clock a.m. So I'm going to call it a night. And what we will do is I will upload this. I will upload this tomorrow. Wait, did I just... Wait, am I still on the planet? I need to double check this here. I just want to verify something real quick. I want to make sure that the farm quest is still available to me. Okay, good. So I'm going to exit for now. I just want to make sure that I could actually access the quest. I didn't want to, accidentally end it early. Hey, what's up there, Mrs. Dadman Walking? Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for dropping a like. So we did some space combat tonight. We had a great time. As you can see, we helped out some people at a farm. We donated some of our rations to some starving people on a ship. And I think actually, was that the group that attacked us? Well, usually I get rewarded for it. I don't remember what happened this time. But I think the farmer is going to pay off. I think we're going to end up doing a good deed with the farmer. And when everything's said and done, I'm probably going to lose a crewman to the farm. I wouldn't be surprised if one of my crew members decide to stay at the farm. And maybe the farmer will give us a token of his appreciation. Maybe we'll help him make so much money on next harvest that he'll have a bunch of windfalls to share with my crew. And that will help us because then we can, get more credits or more protonite. And we can, upgrade the ship or something. We can have a good time. So that's my plan and I'm sticking to it. Let's get that exit button so we can get exited. Exit the desktop and save. Yeah, right? Firmly grasp. Firmly grasping a goat. So I'm very good at the whole ADD thing and getting sidetracked. So we're going to not do that. But, dawned well that we could go down a heck of a rabbit hole. For example, we were talking about predicting the future before. I got a prediction for the future. We will have a more successful colony on Venus as opposed to Mars. Actually, I don't know if it'll be more successful, but fun fact, Venus is a good colonization spot as long as you use a balloon to stay at the higher altitudes. And maybe we'll talk about that in greater detail some other time. But anyway, I do want to thank Curtis YZ Reacts for tuning in. I want to thank James for tuning in. I want to thank Curtis, whose name I didn't click on, so I'm going to click on it now. Also, Slim, I didn't see any of your links before. Were any of those things I should check out? Like Yoko Ono, with the whole election thing? Because I'll go check those out. Let's see. I'm going to find those links. I'm scrolling. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Let's see what Slim sent me. Can I click on that? No, it won't let me click on it. That's weird. Oh, I almost clicked on put user in timeout. I don't want to put Slim in timeout. Okay, let's hope the YouTube chat on this window is good. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I got it. I want to see what was in the link. I have no idea. What... Okay, it's enough Yoko Ono for tonight, guys and ladies. And I always want to thank Ancient One for tuning in. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, crew. I want to thank Tits and Ray Guns for tuning in. That was good to have Tits and Ray Guns. Going forward, I remember now to click on the live chat button so that I don't miss out on the messages. Oh, and Pop Culture Mechanic, who is going to have a show tomorrow night at like 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's like 8 o'clock Mountain time, called Trades Talk Tuesday. And it's a really good time. Like, it is really a good time. And I wonder if we have, what's his face, his channel here? Oh, Phantom Hooligans. Great guy. Highly recommend him. And he's a friend of Pacific. So if you tune into Pacific 414, you can click on his name during the live stream, and you can then go and find Cash Monet's Phantom Hooligan channel. Let's see. Of course, David Glenn, who is here first. He's here, one of the first people here, if not the first. And it looks like, I'm trying to account for, oh, there we go. Good, I found it. I just want to find one. Oh, that's interesting. We got, I think Stone Loki found me on Twitter today, not YouTube. But yes, Stone Loki has a great channel too. So I don't know if we actually have him programmed into the stream elements, but his show happens tomorrow morning at like 9 a.m. my time, 8 a.m. Central time. So yeah, worth checking out that show too. But yeah, beyond that, I want to thank Awesome One. I want to thank Some Person. I want to thank Curtis YZ. I already said your name. Lady Mist. I want to thank Lady Mist. She had a lot of good turtle and rose emojis tonight. And last but not least, LCX, who does content every single day. I don't have you in my stream elements list, but I do highly recommend checking out LCX's content. I do that too. I love doing that. Like a couple weeks ago, I was hanging out with David Glenn in like Pop Culture Mechanics chat, and I kept like trying to reply. I think I was on like Snacks and Comics, and sorry, that's okay, L. It's okay. I actually get amused when I was saying just now, like I was writing in the wrong chat. Like I was responding to one chat, and then people like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, oops, wrong chat." So yeah, I do it sometimes. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put a link here for LCX in addition to everybody else, and I think that covers all of my bases is here. I should ask DJ Ronnie G, since you intend to end your live stream very soon, do you wish to raid someone? Depends on how much money they got. No, I'm kidding. Jokes aside. I mean, I'd be down to raid someone. Hey, drop the name and or link, and I'll raid the person. I mean, I happily, like, I won't necessarily guarantee that I'm gonna stay, but I'll raid. I'll like, say hi, call it a DJ raid or Ronnie raid. What do you guys, I think we used Ronnie raid with Tony Stark, so we could probably do a Ronnie raid. Yeah, let's do it. Just give me a name of a channel, and I'll do it right now. No, I'm kidding. I don't want anyone's money. Yo, anytime. Yeah, come on. Let's do it. Let's get me the link. There we go. Good. Is that it? Is that the person we're promoting, or did you just give me a Yoko Ono? Oh, Superior Dave. He's the man. I like Superior Dave. So I don't know if that's the person you were talking about. Some person, Ancient One. But if you have someone to recommend, Hesitated Cobra Gaming. All right. We're gonna do a double raid. So you guys, we'll let the viewers decide who to raid. But we got Superior Dave running live, which I'm already in progress here. Right, he's a good man.
That's what exit night is.
I'm gonna mute my audio here so that Superior Dave's a great guy, a great gamer, and I got Hesitated Cobra Gaming, who it looks like I will be subscribing to them. I sure hope I'm not promoting someone who's bad. No, I'm kidding. But jokes aside. So there you go, guys. Like they say during the election, you decide. But I'm going to tune into both channels for like 10 minutes before I go to bed. Oh, wait. I should actually Hesitated Cobra Gaming. And I'm going to put Superior Dave one more time because I'm partial to Superior Dave. There we go. So we got this covered here. So anyway, all jokes aside, I got all my bases covered here. You guys call that a DJ raid, a Ronnie raid, whatever you want to call it. Probably DJ raid. It's easier to type, right? But all jokes aside, in the words of the great, awesome one, ciao. And good night, Lady Mist. And with that being said, we do have to play the outroduction, don't we? So let's get that outroduction going. Almost forgot. That's really critical we play the outro, man. I mean, let's do it. All right. So once again, for anybody watching on the replay, if you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave a comment. Please consider liking and subscribing. And for now, we shall end transmission right after this. I love that clip. I just like the part where you see Punk waddle, man. I gotta play that part again. Oh, my mouse pointer froze again. Come on. There we go. I just think it's funny. There we go. We got Whooper Trooper and the Sheriff. All right, I'm really gonna end it now. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. Feel free to drop a Ronnie raid on Superior Dave or on name of channel that I suddenly can't remember the full name of because I've never knew the name. Hesitated Cobra Gaming. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. You all have a wonderful night, and we shall now